If you have a drink, would you please put it in the air? That party last night was awfully crazy. I wish we taped it.
If a parent provides alcohol to a minor, indirectly or directly, they will be charged. There are social host laws that hold adults responsible for supplying underage persons with alcohol. These laws make it illegal to provide any alcohol to minors, even on private property, and typically make hosts liable for underage drinking on their property. Most minors obtain alcohol from adults of legal drinking age. In the United States, many states have these types of laws, but the penalties vary from state to state. There are 24 states that have the social host liability law, including Maryland. In Maryland, it is a violation of state law to knowingly and willfully allow possession or consumption of an alcoholic beverage by an underage person. If an adult breaks this state law, there are graduated sentences. The first offense is a misdemeanor, and there is a $25,000 fine. The second offense is a misdemeanor, and the fine is $5,000. Communities are directly affected by adults, mainly parents, providing alcohol to their children and their children's friends. Automobile accidents are the leading cause of deaths among teenagers in the United States. Alcohol is many times a factor in fatal motor vehicle accidents and deaths. When a teenager dies from alcohol poisoning or a fatal car accident due to drunk driving, the whole community of the teen is affected in a negative way. Many times, when parents provide alcohol to their teens and their friends, it can often cause a trend or a chain reaction which encourages more teens in that particular community to also drink. The family structure and functioning can be completely changed and destroyed by underage drinking. For example, by parents supporting underage drinking, it can lead their children in the future to becoming alcoholics because they are learning to abuse alcohol when they are young and irresponsible. If this were to happen, there would be a lot of stress on the family and would cause a lifetime of pain. Also, in most cases, minors are uneducated on how to responsibly drink and cause permanent damages, such as drunk driving. In one case, a teenager had a blood alcohol level of 0.24 and killed 4 people. The family of the driver stated, "Our lives will never be the same. They will forever be labeled as the parents of a murderer, and the families that lost their loved ones will never function the same way." In 2012, 10,322 people were killed, and approximately 3,400 were injured. Each crash, each death, each injury impacts not only the person in the crash, but family, friends, co-workers, and more. To put things in perspective, every 51 minutes on average, someone is killed in a drunk driving crash, and every 90 seconds, someone is injured because of this entirely preventable crime. Although not all drunk driving incidents are because of minors, providing alcohol to them can contribute. Mothers Against Drunk Driving is a campaign to eliminate drunk driving. It focuses on 3 important steps that everyone can take today to stop drunk driving. These parents make it their responsibility to educate their children and the public to start a chain reaction of not serving alcohol to minors and to get drunk drivers off the road. The first step is to support law enforcement to catch drunk drivers and discourage others from driving drunk. The second step is to require ignition interlock devices or in-car breathalyzers for all drunk drivers to prove they are sober before they start their car. The third step is to support the development of technology to determine automatically whether or not the driver is above the legal limit of 0.08 and failing to operate if the driver is drunk.
What's on underage drinking?
As a parent, that's a difficult decision for us to make, but I go back to my heritage. I'm Italian, and when I was growing up, it was acceptable for children to drink a little wine with dinner. So when it came to my kids drinking, I made sure that if they wanted to try alcohol, they did it at home. And I let them have a little wine and see how they liked it. In my opinion, I think that's a decision every parent has to make on their own. But I think you have to follow the laws, when it comes to being outside the home. So my feeling is that I try and work with my kids, and if they wanted to try drinking, that they did it in our house.
What would you do if your kids brought friends home? Would you let them drink into your house?
I would have to say no, because the premise that I operate under is that my decision is based on, what I think is okay for my kids, and I can control only my kids. So if their friends were here, I can't really control how much they drink or how they respond or anything like that. So I think it's a good question, and I have to say that I would not allow it.
You have a drink, would you please put it in the air? That party last night was awfully crazy, I wish we taped it.